A washing machine on sale in the shop is marked at $D. During the discount sale, its price is reduced by 20%. Staff is allowed to further 10% reduction on the discounted price. If a staff member buys the washing machine, what will he have to pay in terms of D? So first, we have given the price of washing machine is $D. So let me write this, that D is price of washing machine. What else? During the discount, the sale, its price is reduced by 20%. 20%. The price is reduced. So what we have to do? We have to subtract from the price of washing machine 20% of the price, so of D. Next, what we have given? That staff is allowed to further 10% reduction of discounted price. This is discounted price. Let me write this. And now we know that staff is allowed to 10% of reduction on the discounted price. This is our discounted price. So again, from D minus 20%, we have to subtract 10% of reduction price. This is our reduction price. So let's put this in parentheses. D minus 20% of D. Let's check again. We have given the price of washing machine is D. The price is reduced by 20%. So we have to subtract from the price 20% of D. Next, the staff is allowed to further 10% reduction of discounted price. So we have to take 10% of our discounted price. This is our discounted price. And we have to subtract from discounted price, of course. And now we have to just calculate this. So this is equal. We know that 1% when we change to decimal number, so this is 0.01. So when we have 10%, so this is 0.1. 20%, so will be 0.2. So we have here in first parenthesis, first D, we have to copy, minus 20%, 20%, so this is 0.2, D we copy, minus 10%, we change to decimal number, so this is 0.1 times D minus, again, 20%, so this is 0.2, D we copy, so this is equal D minus 0.2. When we don't have coefficient, it's always invisible 1. So we have 1 D minus 0.2 D. So we copy always, let me write here, D, variable D, and we have 1 minus 0.2 is 0.8. D we copy, minus, and we have 0.1, and in parentheses we have the same what we have at the beginning. D minus 0.2 D is 0.8 D. So this is equal. What we can do next, because we have 0.8 D and 0.8 D in these two expressions, so I will factorize 0.8 D, and in parentheses what will be 1 minus 0.1. Why? When we multiply 0.8 D times 1, we will have the first expression. I didn't change anything. So this is equal 0.8 D, 1 minus 0.1 is 0.d. So now this is equal, when we multiply 0.8 times 0.9 is 0.72, and d we copy. When we multiply decimal number, first we will change these decimal numbers to whole numbers. 0.8, when we have to change to whole number, we have to move decimal point 1 times, so we have 8. And 0.9, when we have to change to whole number, we have to move decimal point again 1 times, so we have 9. So we multiply 8 times 9 is 72. And now, because we moved decimal point 2 places, so now we have to add this decimal point. It's like at the end, when we don't have decimal point, it's always at the end. And now we move 2 times decimal point, 1, 2. So now we have decimal point before 72. So we can write that this is decimal point 72 or 0.72. This is exactly the same what we have here. Or you can use calculator if you can. Or first, when you multiply decimal numbers, you have to move decimal point to get whole numbers, and next we multiply like normal whole numbers, and again we have to come back to decimal point. Always when we don't have any decimal point, it's at the end, and we move 2 times, because in the first number we move 1 times, in the second one, so 1 plus 1 give me 2. That's why we move 2 times decimal point. So this is my solution. The staff number will have to pay 0.72 times D. D is the price at the beginning of washing machine. This is my solution.